Welcome, traveler. Tonight, we journey back to old Japan, to a tale that every Japanese child knows by heart. This is the story of MOMOTARO, the Peach Boy. Long, long ago, Mukashi, as we say in Japan, deep among the green mountains, there was a small village. Smoke rose gently from the little houses, a cold clear river sang down from the hills, and life moved slowly, season by season. In spring, the hills turned soft pink with wild cherry blossoms. In autumn, the maples burned red and gold. In that village lived an old man and an old woman. The old man's back was bent like a pine branch, and the old woman's hands were rough from years of work, but their eyes were warm. They were kind and hard-working people. But their little house was quiet, too quiet, for they had never been blessed with a child. Every morning they prayed for one, and every evening they ate their rice in silence, just the two of them. One fine morning, the old man shouldered his rope and basket and said, "I am off to the mountains to cut grass." The old woman gathered the laundry into her wooden tub. "And I shall go down to the river, to wash our clothes." In old Japan, this was the rhythm of life. The mountain gave firewood and grass, and the river gave clean water. It was an ordinary day. Or so they thought. As the old woman knelt by the river, scrubbing away, she heard a strange sound coming over the water. Don buraco. Splashing and tumbling, rolling and bobbing. Don buraco. It is the sound Japanese children still say today, for something big and round bobbing down a river. She looked up, and there, riding the current, came an enormous peach. It was bigger than any peach she had ever seen, bigger than her washing tub. "My goodness," she cried, "what a magnificent peach! I shall take it home for grandfather." The peach was heavy, oh, so heavy. But the old woman carried it home, step by little step. When the old man returned from the mountains, his eyes grew wide as lanterns. "In all my years, I have never seen such a peach. Let us cut it open, and share it together." He fetched his great kitchen knife. But the moment the blade touched the peach split open all by itself. And from inside, with a burst of golden light, out jumped a baby boy. The old couple tumbled backward in surprise and then, they wept with joy. "Heaven has heard our prayers," they cried. "This child is a gift from the gods." Because he was born from a peach, Momo in Japanese, they named him MOMOTARO, the Peach Boy. MOMOTARO grew like no other child in Japan. Eat one bowl of rice, and he grew one bowl stronger. Eat 2 bowls, and he grew 2 bowls stronger. Soon he was the strongest boy in the whole village, yet his heart stayed gentle and kind. By 15, they say, no man in the land could match his strength. He helped the old man carry firewood, and helped the old woman draw water from the well. The little house, once so quiet, was now full of laughter. But far across the sea, there was an island of terror, Onigashima, the island of demons. There lived the Oni, monstrous ogres with sharp horns, wild hair, and skin of red and blue. An Oni is no simple monster. In Japanese legend, Oni are the very shape of greed and cruelty. Even today, at the spring festival of Setsuban, Japanese families throw beans at invisible Oni, shouting, "Demons out, fortune in." Again and again, they stormed the villages of the coast, smashing houses, stealing treasure and food, and carrying it all back to their island fortress. The people could do nothing but hide, and weep. When MOMOTARO heard of the villagers' suffering, a fire lit in his eyes. "Father, mother, I will go to Onigashima, and I will stop these Oni." The old couple were afraid, but they saw the resolve in his eyes. So the old woman made him Japan's most famous travel food, kibidango, sweet millet dumplings, said to give the strength of 100 men. To this day, The city of Okayama, where this legend was born, still sells kibidango as its most famous treat. With a sword at his side, and a banner reading Nipponichi, #1 in Japan, Momotaro set off on his quest. At the edge of the village, a dog came trotting up. Momotaro-san, Momotaro-san, what is that treat hanging at your belt? The finest kibidango in all Japan. Give me one, and I shall come with you. Momotaro tossed him a dumpling. The dog gulped it down and wagged his tail. And just like that, Momotaro had his first companion. Deeper in the hills, a monkey swung down from the trees. Momotaro-san, share a kibidango, and I will join you too. The dog barked, and the monkey screeched. Dogs and monkeys, you see, are famous rivals in Japan. But Momotaro only laughed. On this journey, we are all friends. One dumpling later, the monkey marched beside them. Then, from the open sky, a pheasant swooped down on bright wings. Momotaro-san, one kibidango, and my sharp eyes and swift wings are yours. And so they became four, a boy, a dog, a monkey, and a pheasant. The strangest little army Japan had ever seen, bound together by dumplings, and by courage. At last, they reached the shore. Beyond the rolling waves, dark clouds swirled over a jagged island, Onagashima. They built a small boat, and set out across the sea. The pheasant flew ahead to scout the way. The monkey worked the oar, and the dog stood watch at the bow. The sea wind smelled of salt and adventure, and the little boat flew over the waves like an arrow. And Momotaro fixed his eyes on the demon island, his hand resting on his sword. The fortress of the Oni rose black against the sky, its great iron gate shut tight. From inside came the pounding of drums and wild laughter. The Oni were feasting on their stolen riches. The pheasant flew silently over the wall. The monkey scrambled up the stones, and unlocked the gate from within. The gate creaked open, and Momotaro's voice rang out like thunder. I am Momotaro, #1 in Japan. Oni, return what you have stolen. The battle began. The pheasant dove from above, pecking at the Oni's eyes. The monkey leapt from shoulder to shoulder, scratching at their faces. The dog sank his teeth into their legs. And Momotaro was a storm. With the strength of 100 men in every blow, he threw the great Oni over his shoulder like sacks of rice. The Oni had never seen anything like it, 4 small heroes, fighting as one. At last, the Demon King himself charged, his iron club roaring through the air. Momotaro met him head-on, and hurled him crashing to the ground. We surrender, wept the Demon King, pressing his horns to the ground. We will never do evil again, we swear it. The Oni returned every treasure they had ever stolen, gold and silver, coral and silk, and the magical treasures of old Japan. Momotaro nodded and sheathed his sword. Keep your promise, and live in peace. The cart rolled home, piled high with treasure, pulled by the dog, pushed by the monkey, guided from the sky by the pheasant. In every village they passed, the people cheered, for their stolen riches had come home at last. And at the little house by the mountains, the old man and the old woman ran out with open arms. Welcome home, Momotaro. That night, the village held a great festival, with songs and dancing under the autumn moon. Their brave boy was home, and they all lived happily together, for many, many years. And that is the tale of Momotaro, a story more than 400 years old, still told in every home in Japan. Its message is simple. Kindness gathers friends, and even the smallest hero can face great evil, when friends stand together. In the city of Okayama, a bronze statue of Momotaro and his 3 companions still stands before the station, greeting travelers from around the world. If you enjoyed this journey to old Japan, subscribe for more Japanese folk tales. Ancient stories, retold for the world. Until next time, oyasumi nasai. Good night.